Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you a video today to talk about the Nike HyperVenom release and how the HyperVenom series is going to be replacing the long-running Total 90 series from Nike. A lot of people seem to be disgruntled about the whole situation, and I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts and give you kind of some of the ideas that I have floating around in my head. Also, if you guys have any thoughts yourself and that you would like to share, feel free to leave a comment down below and we'll kind of get a bit of a discussion going. Also, if you guys do enjoy this style of discussion video, be sure to support it with a like. As far as what the whole situation is, if you don't know already, Nike has just unveiled the Nike HyperVenom Phantom, which is the top-end model in the brand new HyperVenom silo that will be replacing the very long-running Total 90 or T90 series from Nike. And a lot of people are kind of confused by the whole situation, mainly because the HyperVenom and the T90 series are pretty much exact opposites when it comes to style of soccer shoe. If you're not familiar with either of these two models, I'll leave annotations on screen to both styles of soccer shoe, and you'll see that the T90 is a much bulkier, kind of more traditional striking shoe or shooting shoe or power boot, if you will, whereas the HyperVenom is a lot more low profile, has a tighter fit, a thinner upper, more along the lines of what you're going to see from the Mercurial series if you want to compare it to another Nike shoe. And a lot of people are kind of confused and mad as to why Nike would actually replace one shoe in the T90 with another shoe like the HyperVenom that are pretty much exact opposites. They've essentially killed off the T90 style of shoe in their 4 silos that they're going to be producing. And I know, like I said, a lot of people do not agree with this decision by Nike, but in all honesty, I think it was the right decision, and I'm going to explain why. The first reason is that the T90 series, I think, is a dying breed of soccer shoe. There are many people out there looking for a more bulky, more boxy, not necessarily heavy, but a mediocre weight, a 10 ounce to 11 ounce soccer shoe. There's a much smaller market now than there was 5 years ago for a shoe of this style. I think it's pretty safe to say that over the last couple of years, the Total 90 series from Nike has been the least popular of their 4 silos, behind the Tiempo, behind the CTR 360 and the Mercurial series, and for good reason. Like I said, I think it's just a dying breed of soccer shoe. While there are still people out there that really love the Total 90 series, like myself, it's one of my personal favorite shoes out there on the market right now. Again, for the future, in the next 5 years or so, I just think that this is a style of shoe that is not going to be around anymore just because there's really no demand for it. And at the end of the day, Nike is a company, they're in the business of making money, and they have to produce shoes that they think are going to sell. And this is what really leads me into my next point, is sales. If the shoe's not selling, they have to eliminate it. Soccer shoes and shoe lines in general have been changing really, really quickly in the last 5 years. Before we would see a single model, especially like if we talk about the Predator series or something like that, a single Predator model would stick around for 2, sometimes even 3 years. Whereas now, 9 months is a pretty long run for a shoe. Even some of the more popular models from Nike, like the Mercurial series, they tend to go on for about 7 to 9 months, sometimes a little bit longer, but they tend to replace the shoes very, very quickly. And there's a reason for that. They're trying to keep people excited about their company, excited about their products, and I think that's what Nike has done very successfully with the HyperVenom release. I think that nobody really cared about the T90 series anymore, but now that they have released the HyperVenom, I know a lot of people don't like it, but they're still talking about their products. Nike is still in the discussion, and that's really what's important to these big companies. You saw Adidas do it very heavily with their entire line, building upon the success of the F50 Adizero that released in 2010. People really got excited about that shoe and its lightweight construction. So what did they do? They kind of implemented that same technology into their other models, both the Predator and Adipure lines. And again, while people might not kind of be happy with it, longtime fans of the Predator series and the Adipure series might not be happy with it, the shoes are selling, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. And it's not to say that they're producing inferior products to what they had before, because I don't believe that's the case at all. It's something different, and I feel like this is the way of the future, and this is how soccer shoes are going to progress over the next couple of years. Everybody wants lighter, everybody wants more minimalistic, they want tighter fitting, they want to be as close to barefoot as possible. And that's just how it is. If you look back 10 years, that probably wasn't the case, but in modern day, 2013, that's just what people want. They want something that is low profile and minimalistic. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you that Nike would build off of the success of arguably the most popular soccer shoe currently out there on the market in the Nike Mercurial series and model the HyperVenom off of that very, very popular shoe. And I don't think that people should be disgruntled about this. It's not like Nike is re-releasing the HyperVenom as a Mercurial. It's not the same shoe at all. There's actually quite a few differences. The stud pattern is of course different. There are similarities of course, and then it features that brand new Nike Skin Synthetic upper, which I'm really excited about. I think it's a great synthetic. We saw a glimpse of it in the Nike Elastico Finale 2. It's an indoor futsal shoe. I'll leave an annotation on screen for those of you guys that don't know about that. But it is a very nice synthetic, and I'm very curious to see what Nike is going to do with this Nike Skin Synthetic over the next couple of years, perhaps in future HyperVenom releases or just in new models in general. The third and final point that I have here is Neymar, and this is really a big thing. Companies are trying to build their models, especially Nike, off of players that they can have endorse their product, and it really does work well for these companies. Obviously Ronaldo is kind of the main endorsed player for the Nike Mercurial series. I think that everybody looks at that shoe and they know that that is the shoe that Ronaldo wears, and there's good reason for that. It's smart marketing by Nike, and that's what they're trying to do with this HyperVenom series. You can see that Neymar was definitely very, very influential in the overall unveiling of the shoe, and they're going to make him the poster boy of this model. We saw Wayne Rooney back when the Laser 1 was officially released. He was kind of the main poster boy for that Total 90 Laser 1. Him and Torres at the time, when they were really, really popular players, where now they've kind of fallen out of favor, and Nike has decided to go on, move forward with kind of new, fresh, young blood in Neymar. He's just moved to Barcelona. He's one of the front runners on Brazil, and it's definitely, for me, I think a really good decision by Nike, because now Neymar is officially the face of the HyperVenom. Everybody who sees this shoe probably knows that Neymar is attached in some way, shape, or form, and while that might not seem like all that much considering he's getting paid to wear the shoe, for the common consumer it really is a big deal to have a big professional name behind a particular product out there on the wall, because when little kids go in the store, or even adults go in the store, they know that's the Ronaldo shoe, that's the Neymar shoe, and that really means a lot when it comes to sales at the end of the day. So should you be disappointed that Nike has switched the T90 series with the HyperVenom series? Maybe. I'm still very, very curious to see the HyperVenom Phantom and see how it performs, because to me it looks very, very good. I like what Nike's done with the shoe, and again, it is very similar to that Nike Mercurial style of soccer shoe, but again, I don't like to judge things before I've given it a chance. Am I disappointed that they've discontinued the T90 series? Yes, I was a big fan of the shoe, but again, you have to move on. Everything changes at some point, and I feel like everybody is kind of hesitant to change anything, especially soccer shoes. So I feel like you should embrace change and give it a chance before you like to criticize it. So that's pretty much it as far as what my thoughts are on the HyperVenom release. Again, if you have any thoughts yourself, leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. Links to all of my social media can be found down below in the description. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.